What is up, homies? Christian back at it again with another Twin Suns action figure close-up. And today I have for us the Hasbro 6-inch Black Series Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now this figure actually came out a few years back, but he's an awesome figure, so why not take a look at him, you know? Alright, so starting off with the sculpt and paintwork as usual. You can see they gave Thrawn a very nice pale blue. They didn't go too harsh on the blue, which I really like, you know, gives it more of a, I was going to sound weird, but more of a skin tone vibe as compared to like a harsh blue like you sometimes seem depicted with. And he's got a very clean uniform. He's got that stark white, looks like it was molded in that white. But he's also got his rankings in there. And he's got the, what are these, like the keys that allow him to certain parts of the ship. So you can see that he has those, like the MOF keys. They actually went as far as to paint the little blue tops on them, which I really like that attention to detail Hasbro did. And the little silver paint app on his collar. And they actually gave some gold accents on his shoulder pads. Looks really good. The sculpt work they did a really good job on. You can see the vest is a separate piece. Well, it looks like a separate piece. It's actually the same molded piece of plastic, but they sculpted it so well. It looks like it's a separate piece there. The arms look great. They got some natural just sort of folds in them, some depth and texture. Textured the back here a bit too. It looks like the cloth is riding up a bit, but not too much. You get on the sides there too. He has his belt with his standard issue buckle with the little silver button on it. And they actually painted a silver button right there as well. And that was it. The belt has a really nice leather texture to it, as you guys can see there. They actually got some like leather wrinkles and stuff in it. And he's got his holster, which we'll get back to in a bit. These legs look like some reuse, which is very rare in the Black Series. Look like the standard MOF legs, just painted in white this time. And his belt's got, his boots have got a nice little sheen to them, but not too much of a sheen, you know? They got a nice little leather shine to them. And I really like how they textured some like wrinkles right there as well. Looks good. Now let's go over his articulation. First though, let's get a close-up. If my camera wants to cooperate with me here. There we go. Close-up on his head. You can see the paint app on his head is very well done. They got some pink lips on there, which help break up the blue. They actually did a really good job, you know. It doesn't look quite like the Thrawn from Rebels. Doesn't look quite like the Thrawn from everything, but it looks like Thrawn, if that makes sense. Just it invokes the imagery of Thrawn, especially with those red and yellow eyes. Eyebrows really well done as well. And the hair really nicely sculpted. Actually got the hair down pretty pat. I think this is some of the best hair I've seen on a Hasbro figure. They don't do too many characters with hair, but they really nailed this one. Now let's go over articulation. So this is an older figure, so this is Hasbro's old style of articulation. So you got the swivel up, a little bit of a down. You can tuck his chin in, but that's about it. No tilt, which is a shame for a figure like this. Swivel left, swivel right. His shoulders go up a little bit above 90. Looks like you could stretch it a bit. All the way around, all the way around. He's got the single elbow that comes up to, I don't know, like just above 90, maybe like 95. He's got his shooting hand, which for some reason Hasbro made the decision to give him a left and right swivel wrist for his shooting hand. Hasbro usually puts the up and down, as you guys know by now, but it's very clearly a shooting hand. His left hand, all the same articulation. This is usually the different one, but since the other one has the swivel left, swivel right, it's the same articulation there too. For his waist, he goes left, he goes right, he goes up, but when you up, you guys can see right there, the peg shows. So That's kind of a shame. Right there. You know, the Black Series are pretty good about never doing that, but I guess you can't nail it every time. Down. He gets decent down, you know, nothing insane, but he does get it. So if he wants to talk down on someone and really try to undermine them, you know, he can do it still. That's what's important. His hips come out to just under 90. Looks like about, I don't know, 80 degrees. I'm bad with my angles though too. Don't really come up, but they come up enough to strike a walking pose. You know, you can articulate the knee and stuff and be able to get him in a walking pose, but he's not going to be doing any sort of parkour in this uniform, that's for sure. Speaking of knees, bending them for walking, he has the double knee, which comes up to almost booty kicking level. You can really force it, you can get it, but naturally doesn't want to do it. And we have the Hasbro standard swiveled ankle. You know, it swivels around, goes up, goes down. So, standard Hasbro ankles, standard Hasbro knees. Now let's go over his singular accessory. And you guys know I love this so much. He comes with a pistol that fits right into his holster beautifully. Just slides right in and out. Let's take a look at this. My camera does not want to cooperate with me today, guys. I'm sorry. So, this is a unique pistol sculpt, and it looks great. I love the way this looks. It got like pointed on here and on the back. It's got that gap. You can see my finger go through it. It's got that gap molded into it by the barrel. It does have a small paint app on it. Looks like they hit it with a dry brush of some silver over the black paint. Glistens just a little bit, as you guys can see. Just overall, the texture on the pistol grip. They actually sculpted in a little trigger, which is awesome as well. I love the way this guy looks. Probably one of my favorite pistol sculpts Hasbro has done across all of their lines. And you guys know the drill here. You just slide that bad boy right in there. And he actually gets the trigger, which is really nice. I like it when they can actually trigger their guns. He holds it very well. You know, it's not too bad with the swivel, but you could get a little bit better articulation if it was the up and down hinge instead. But it gets the job done, you know. You can point it at some bad stormtroopers who have failed him, some rebels, anyone who might stand in his way. Thrawn's ready to blast him, you know. Blast a clone trooper. So, overall, I know this is a harder figure to find now, but if you were on the fence about him, hopefully this will help you in making a decision of getting him. I would say he's definitely worth it. We're very lucky to get a Thrawn in the 6-inch line. We're very lucky to get Thrawn back in the EU. Well, he's not even in the EU now, just back in the shows and stuff. So, if you guys have found him or have him, let me know in the comments below. And let me also know what you guys just think of Thrawn in general. Are you happy he's been finally brought back? I know it's been a few years ago, but he's been brought back into Rebels and such. Did you read his books before, Heir to the Empire, and others? Let me know. Until next time, may the Force be with you.